All right, so every college student should probably read this book, How to Get Fired. Sounds crazy, right? But this book is aimed at young people transitioning to the professional world and guides them on what not to do.
Jeff Havens is a corporate speaker and the author of How to Get Fired. He joins us all casual this morning
with
a little more on his message. Is this what you should do in an interview, Jeff?
If you want to live in your parents' basement, which is usually rent-free, so there's no reason not to.
Shoes and socks.
Thank you. Yeah, I did this intentionally. A lot of guys don't know that male interviewers, the first two things male interviewers look at in a guy potential hire are his shoes and his tie. So I dressed semi kind of nice, but then these are gym shoes. You'll see the little tip kind of falling
they're
off.
not looking all that good.
These are the socks that say can't really afford to be impressive. So
right.
Yes, this is
that's what not to do.
Okay.
What not to do. This also, by the way, don't do that either. Don't put your feet up there. Nobody really likes that being the first thing that they see about you.
Yeah, I drink off that table, Jeff.
Yeah,
well,
thanks a lot.
I had my shoes on.
Okay. You know what I think is the worst thing to do in a job interview is to put down the people you currently work for or you used to work for and that company.
My boss is a jerk. I should have been vice president.
Yeah.
The reason is
I
because
hate
the real
working
vice
there.
president was the nephew of the vice president, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say, how long do I have to do this crappy job before I get to the job I really want? Like,
your job,
yeah,
the person you're
basically.
interviewing.
Even saying crappy, I can imagine, would not be good in an interview.
Usually not. Cursing's not a good idea. Telling him you've been drinking recently, talking about personal problems, crying.
Not good?
Not generally,
I really
no.
want this job.
My favorite was, I hear there's a lot of single people here. You know, I'm really looking to turn things around. I got divorced a couple years ago.
Like the receptionist was hot,
like,
kind of
you're
thing.
cute. My God. Like, does everyone here look like you? Oh, wow.
Are there more of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit, backing up just a little bit, because your whole thing is teaching people how to successfully get a job, an interview, by kind of telling them what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. They hear all kinds of lectures all the time, and I was a high school teacher, and I lectured to plenty of kids who really didn't care very much, and then got into stand-up comedy, and then kind of hybridized those two things into an approach where you get that education through comedy. So I tell people how to lose their job, how to fail at an interview, how to just manhandle their employees and otherwise be a horrible boss. And then through that negative example, through the backwards talk, you learn what you are supposed to do and how you are supposed to do things. It's more fun that way. People stay awake.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We like it if they stay awake. You've got some tips here. And the first one is don't ask what the company does. Is this because you should have already done all your homework?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand you're applying and you're going to apply to 25 or 50 different jobs, and it's easy to kind of lose track of what they all are. But if you come in and the interviewer thinks that you don't even know what you're applying for, they will not hire you. And I actually did that once when I was
cute to be curious.
not generally. Like, if you could tell me
Not if you're
specifics,
dumb.
I suppose, but you have to be able to ask questions that suggest you've done your basic research and that you're looking for more information that wasn't available on the website or through other people that you would easily talk to. But I remember once going to an interview, and I didn't get this job, and I shouldn't have. I was in my mid-20s, kind of adrift after I stopped teaching high school, and I went. A friend of mine worked at a jewelry store, and I am totally not a jewelry store kind of guy. And I went into the interview, I'm like, oh my God, I need a paycheck. And the guy knew it, basically. He's like, you don't want to work here, so thank you very much, but I need somebody who actually cares about this job. And if you don't act like you care about the company you're applying to, they won't want you. They want somebody who's going to be an advocate for them, not just somebody who's going to fill a space.
What about somebody who interviews and asks about salary, benefits, or what are some of the perks of this job?
That, I think, is a perfectly fine question in the follow-up interview, probably, or at the very end of the interview. But if you come in saying, I really haven't been to the dentist for a while, and I would really like to be able to go, so when can we make that happen? If the first thing you care about is how little you have to work, like how much vacation you're going to get, then they're going to assume you don't care about working.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your second one. Don't ask how to get the interviewer's job or how you can become president of the company. Doesn't that show ambition?
It shows that you don't want the job you're applying for. It shows that you want to be hired. You think, I'm so awesome, I have a college degree, so I should probably be vice president because that's a really important degree. If you come in already looking at the job you're applying for as a stepping stone to something better, you act like, I don't really like this job, I'm not interested in doing the work, I'm only clocking in until I have to, or for as long as I have to until I can move into something better. Yeah, you need to look like you want to do the thing you're applying for.
Gotcha.
Basically. Like, how long do I have to date you before I can date her?
Right.
That's not going to go over
Everybody
very well.
asks that.
I'm sure
It's
they do.
amazing.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's hilarious that you have these videos on YouTube because you actually talk to HR professionals.
We interviewed a bunch of them.
You asked for their best examples of bad job interviews,
Yeah.
and they're hilarious. What is your favorite example?
My favorite is easily the one with puppets, because somebody went to an interview and they apparently were more comfortable with sock puppets than they were talking face to face. It was not a theater interview. It was not like for theatrical arts or puppet design. It was just, my strengths are that I'm a really good worker. That's great. Seriously.
Yeah, that's not so good.
That is easily my favorite.
Can people hire you to
awesome.
come into their company?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do this presentation for colleges. I've done it 20, 25 colleges a year for the last 3-4 years. And then I have several corporate presentations as well. Uncrapify Your Life, which talks about communication and change management.
I watched the video.
Unleash Your Inner Tyrant, about how to be a horrible boss. The newest one is Us versus Them, putting the other generations in their place. So,
the horrible boss thing. You could come back and do that here at our station.
easily, yeah. I met some
She's
of them.
homesick today watching.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love the quote on the back as you're looking at jeffhavens.com. It's from Stephen Colbert. It says, everything I think, everything I do, in short, everything I am, I stole from Jeff Havens.
Yes.
There you
love
go.
it.
Check out his
Awesome.
website. It's hilarious. Go to YouTube, watch the videos. You'll laugh all day long.
Thanks
Great
very
to
much.
have you. Great
Absolutely.
job.
Thank you.